Deadshot Part 2. Deadshot Part 2, let's go. Focusing on the forearm, yeah, we'll just call them arm-mounted. Arm-mounted guns. That's the next step in my fun costume build. Remember, if you're trying to gauge anything I'm building off of this to your size, this is for a 10-year-old. He's about this tall. So just remember anything you see. If you're like, oh, it looks like it's about the size of his hand, scale it up a little bit if you're, my size or bigger. I have a few little sketches I made, just rough little crap. This is the first one, looks like garbage, but this is more of what I'm planning on in exact size, so I'm going to use that here to kind of give me a scale. I'm going to do this like you would model some clay. I'm going to take a bunch of drops that I have of different foam pieces that are, at least that size or bigger, cut them out, glue them together, shape it all down until it looks something like that, and it'll go on his arm and he can walk around and go pow 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 if he wants to. But yeah, that's where we're at, so let's get started. We're gonna cut up some foam and glue it together. Lately I've foregone my contact cement when I'm working in the house because the chemical smell is so strong that my better half tends to scream at me for it. So I've switched to this Loctite spray adhesive. It's the middle of the row, the 200. There's obviously a higher strength one, but so far everything I've done I've glued with it and it's worked out great. Nothing's come apart so far on this costume, though granted it hasn't had the crap beat out of it yet, but so far so good. So let's get started. Alright, there we go. There's a little rough take of what they're going to look like. I mean, obviously this is edited down, but this took me, between the 2 days I worked on it, I'd say 2-3 hours just to shape them the way I wanted. Are they 100% perfect? No. A lot of the detail is going to be in the paint. As you just saw, I did take a blowtorch and I sealed all the foam. Next step is I'm going to take them and plasti dip, spray them with plasti dip, seal the foam. Then I'll hit them with a black, and then we'll figure out the paint scheme from there, whether I'm just going to do it with rattle cans or airbrush or how we're going to do it. So there you go. There is step one of the gauntlet guns for Bradley's Deadshot costume. Alright, the only tools I really used, just a quick go through, was my rotary. This is just the Harbor Freight one. I haven't had a problem with it yet. I've only had it a few months, but so far so good. It does have the variable speed control, and it was only about 24 bucks. It's well worth it. And honestly, I don't have a wood burner. Oh, excuse me. I don't have a wood burner, so I used my soldering iron to melt some of the foam, which I got, the ends with, and some of the detail on the side you saw me do, and these little notches for the grip, for the pullback for the slide. Yeah, I mean, as you saw, I sketched some stuff on there with a Sharpie so I knew where to go with things, but really I went off my original template I showed you, which I just sketched off of the pictures I had from the internet, Google Images. I'll throw a couple of the pictures in with the video so you can kind of see what I had. There aren't many close-ups of these. There's some, so when you zoom in, they kind of get pixelated, so you don't get all the detail. But I am going to put the I'm the light the way down here. That's going to be after I paint it. I'm going to give it an engraved look. And I know for anybody who's really paying attention that I'm missing the little knob or a little standoff here. I completely forgot about that, but I don't think anybody's going to notice. So I'm going to leave it. If Brad calls me out on it, I'll add it later. Maybe just glue a piece on, or whatever. But that's that. So we're going to plasti dip them. Next time I check in with you, we'll be painting them. Thanks again for watching, guys. There's the gauntlets. They're going to look alright. I'm going to get them mounted, after I paint them and everything. We're going to build some, obviously just like in the pictures that you can find on Google, with some elastic and that so they stay on with a little, it looks like he's got like a red cuff underneath it that will mount them to. So that's that. Next video, we'll go through painting them and getting them all ready, because these have the red paint and all that, same as his main weapon. And that's that. So thanks again for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and back later in the week we should have the painting video uploaded, and we'll get started on the next step. Only a few more things, and we should be able to throw this costume together. Alright, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.